I'm just thrilled to have met you. You were just on the mark. Everything that I needed to hear.
I oftentimes feel like we're in this competition of who's the most stressed. Because in our society, it's like we relate stress to being important and productive, and you must have a really important job because you're really stressed out. Whenever you think those thoughts, know that you are putting yourself in a stressful place. It's difficult to pay attention to your thoughts. I mean, it's hard to like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that. But if you pay attention to how you're feeling, then you'll know whether you have positive thoughts running through your mind or negative thoughts running through your mind. If you're feeling happy, then your thoughts are in a good place. If you're feeling irritated, frustrated, upset, then it's likely that you have negative thoughts because of that cycle. What you think in your mind translates into emotions, which then can affect your physical health. So it's a cycle. What percentage of what we say to one another would you guess is negative? It's very close. It's about 75%. I know. How many of you have ever driven home from someplace, gotten all the way there, and realized you can't remember any part of the drive? Every time. Most everybody can relate to that experience. Where were you? Where were you? Your body was driving the car, but your mind was a million miles away. When you see this picture of this little boy looking at the bubbles, do you think he's thinking, oh my gosh, my dad's going to be so mad at me, I never did pick up those Legos? No. Do you think he's upset because his friend didn't play with him on the playground? No, he's completely absorbed in the moment. This is how we want to live our life, so that we're present in the experiences of our lives. So when you do have an opportunity to have some free time for yourself, to work out in your garden, to go out to dinner with a friend, to go to a movie, to take a walk, to play with your kids, your pet, you're in those experiences. You're not taking all of your work stuff and all the other parts of your life into those experiences with you. As John Lennon once said, life is what happens while we're busy making other plans. For years and years, we have known that anger, resentment, guilt, grief can negatively affect our health and our happiness. What we haven't known and haven't done nearly as many studies in is, what about positive emotions? What about love, gratitude, compassion, forgiveness? Well, it turns out that those emotions are very good for our health, our happiness, and they even help us to live longer lives. So you might be wondering, well, how do I get there? How do I feel happier? How do I bring more happiness into my life? Well, what researchers are finding is that the people who are most content and most satisfied with their lives fill their lives with activities that start with the letter P. First of all, pleasure, passion, and purpose. So they fill their lives with activities that they enjoy. When they're engaged in that activity, by passion, what we really mean is that whole concept of being in the moment, the mindfulness. And then purpose. Many of the activities that they engage in help them to feel like they're contributing. There's a higher purpose, a greater sense of meaning in the activities that they're engaging in. Now, we all think that certain things, making more money, working less hours, paying off our bills, are going to make us happy. But researchers have found that those external events have very little effect on our long-term happiness. But if you can fill your life with activities that bring you pleasure, passion, and purpose, it will raise your level of happiness. Very simple words with a very profound message. As Margaret Bonanno reminds us, it is only possible to live happily ever after on a day-to-day basis. Don't postpone your happiness for just Saturdays and Sundays, or the summer vacation, or the day that all of your bills are paid and your kids have moved out of the house, or whatever it is that you're hoping for. Bring happiness into every day. As Sheryl Crow sings in her song, it's not having what you want, it's wanting what you've got. I love that line. She only says it once in the entire song, but I love hearing it. It just reminds us to come back to what we already have, instead of wishing that things were different. What is it that you already have in your life? Spring flowers, summer breezes, colors in autumn, snow in winter. If you are awake, this is the best season of your life. Thank you.
From now on, when I work, I'm going to find the pleasure in it, the passion, and the purpose.
I thought it was excellent.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
I just thought you were excellent. Really
Thank
good.
you.
Very good platform skills.
You know what was nice about it? It was a message that fits everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's saying is that, there are no coincidences.
Right.
That you're where you're supposed to be at the moment. I was supposed to be here. And I am
Thank
really
you. Oh, thank you so much.